Hi, welcome back to the Squire Syndrome podcast, where we talk about TV each week. The best place in the land says I'm your host Ben Gillen, and this week I want to talk about motorboating. That's on my mind. So, Tara, that noise you can hear outside is Tara Chloe shouting with glee. She motorboating every titty man she can find in Korea. If you were to say to my co-host, a motorboat, Helen Watkins would know that's how you get around Scotland. It's Helen Watkins. Hello.
Hi, you all right?
Yeah, cool. The main form of transport in Scotland is a motorboat, no?
No. I mean, motorboats are famously expensive, right?
Sorry. I had to.
The
You'll
Scots
see
are
why in a minute.
famously tight.
I had to kind of lean it across a little bit. And a man who I would advise when he's in Japan not to do any motorboating because you end up in jail deported. It's Troy Salmon.
Oh my god! I'm here, guys. I'm here.
I had to stretch my Helen, so I thought Scottish people, motorboats, flooding, sheep.
Oh my god!
I mean, yeah.
Sorry. No, but Helen's looking at me confused. So it works.
No, I get it. It's I just think, yeah, some parts of Scotland perhaps, but it's a country famously known for not enjoying spending money and having choppy seas. So,
well, hey,
motorboats, yeah, but also
you need to get diarrhea, and you need a dodgy ship. Come shit yourself. No, actually,
that's a very interesting episode of Come Down With Me.
Come Down With Me, yeah. Everyone's shitting and puking over the side, yeah. Lovely.
Come down with me.
I have been on a ferry recently, though, so maybe that's where you got it from.
Maybe.
I'm just back from the Isle of Wight, so...
Who knows? So, how are you two?
I'm doing very well right now. I'm doing good. What about you? Yeah, what about you?
I'm reading Harry Potter.
Oh my god, Harry Potter.
Poor thing.
Huh?
I think the thing with Harry Potter, right, and, don't at me because I don't care, is that when you're reading the books, I think the author kind of mixes up excitement with lots of things happening. So there's always something happening. There's always an incident. There's always like a big oh my god, what's happening next? So you never actually stop to think how badly written they are.
Yeah, I've said this to the wife because I'm kind of reading the books from the library because I would never pay money to them because I'm just seeing if I can make it through the first book without wanting to see if I can handle the book and if it's well written. It's not well written. And there's a lot of stuff cut out. It's okay. I mean, I don't hate Harry Potter, but she clearly didn't plan it out. She didn't know where the fuck she was going. There's multiple. My wife's asked me multiple times, "What is the Philosopher's Stone?" And I can't even remember why that was put into the film. It's a trap. I'm trying to remember it.
It was Voldemort was trying to get the Philosopher's Stone because it was alchemy, wasn't it? It could make anything into gold.
Yeah, I know that from Fullmetal Alchemist, the anime. Yeah, I know what it does, but I couldn't remember anything about the Harry Potter films because there's so many stuff that never goes anywhere, or items you never see again, or characters you never see again.
Yeah,
there's a lot of plot holes in Harry Potter.
Yeah,
I mean the films don't even get. I was asked who dies in the finale. I got in the film. They don't even tell you who killed who. There's none of that impact in that final battle with all the minor characters. It's just. In the books, I've been told that it's a lot more detailed about what happens, who takes out who.
Yeah, it is a bit, but it's still not tremendously clear.
No. So I might just stop at Philosopher's Stone because I'm struggling with it. We just got to Hogwarts.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're all much of a muchness, really. The same thing happens, Harry gets told not to do something, he does it. Ron eggs him on because that's what his job is, and Hermione saves them all because she is basically an author avatar who's like, what have we forgotten to explain? Oh, we'll just bring Hermione in to explain it because if Hermione says it, then it's got to be true because she's a nerd.
Hermione is a walking screwdriver. She's the Doctor Who screwdriver. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. She's a walking.
There's your episode title. Hermione is the Doctor's sonic screwdriver. There we go.
Yeah.
Hermione Granger is the Doctor's screwdriver. That sounds like weird. It also sounds quite sexual, but I don't give a shit.
I mean, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she is, though. It's just like, right, how can we? There's a big, massive plot hole. Let's have Hermione go back in time and fix it, which literally happens in one book. The plot hole is covered by Hermione in some very, very dodgy time travel science.
Yes, there's always one solving everything. It's always her though. I'm like, oh my god, got Hermione out there. Like, where's Hermione? Solved it. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I mean, it's an interesting experiment to read them, I suppose.
I've never read them.
I remember reading like 3 of them in real time. So like when I read them a couple of days after they came out.
Yeah, it was massive. I saw people, everyone around me had a book. I was like, by the time I was like, nah, I'm not reading that.
There was once a woman just jumping up and down a work colleague who's like jumping up and down at book 6. I just thought, really? You're like,
yes.
Are you gonna fly or something?
Oh.
I mean, look, I'm not shooting Harry Potter fans. I'm a James Bond fan. Those films are much, much better, and that is the best British franchise, not Potter, but like some of the fans, man, they're just insane. Like,
oh god, yeah.
That fan base is just you do you.
That fan base is nuts.
Like, don't yuck somebody else's yum. Like, if it makes you happy, go for it. But also, like, you're defending a book that's not very good, written by somebody who's not very nice.
No, she looks like a bit of a smug bitch on the back cover.
Yeah, well, she's just dedicated her life to like, kind of driving up hate for transgender people right now. That's what she's chosen to do with her fame. So, Hellmender.
I'll be honest with you, Cursed Children, I've been told, sounds like the worst fan fiction ever. Like, it's off the, just like pulling shit out of its arse. All through the trailer does look like Malfoy and Harry Potter's sons are in a gay relationship for some reason. They're so nice to each other. I'm wondering if that's where it goes down that line.
Oh, well, it's probably the anti-succession, isn't it? The poison stops with us. Thank you very much. We're going to have healthy children.
I would laugh my ass off if Draco Malfoy's horror is that his son is very friends, at least friends with Harry Potter's son, if not his partner. Can you imagine the look on his face? The grandfather is like, Lucas Malfoy is going to be like, yo.
Like, oh man, the enemies, the mortal enemies.
Anyway, let's move on from Potter because it's not worth talking about. There's no Tara. She is. I wouldn't like to speculate what Tara Chloe is doing in Korea right now. I think we're going to leave it there.
She's lost. Korea has her now.
Yes.
Do you know that? I'm going to say this wrong. Sheridan. I can't say this actress's name properly.
Who are we talking about?
Sheridan. Oh, bloody hell. 8th Doctor's audio partner before when the most successful one.
Sheridan. I don't know who you're talking about. What were they in?
Oh God, she was in the best Inside Number 9 episode.
Sheridan Smith.
Sheridan Smith.
There we go.
Sheridan Smith plays a convicted child paedophile very well. All right, so I'm here to talk about the teacher.
Oh, the teacher. Oh, yeah. Well, she's not convicted. The whole.
I know. I'm joking. No, but so it's basically she plays an alcoholic teacher who.
Yeah.
I question how nobody's caught her being like on her breath coming into school. By the way, every day. Functioning alcoholic is what I would use those terms.
Yeah.
Oh God. I can just imagine her bowels. Anyway, so basically she plays a teacher who on one of the nights out gets airs of English and then from there is convicted, well not convicted, but is accused of sleeping with an underage student. I've seen it all. Helen's seen it all.
I've seen it all, yeah, but because it's hard to go forward without spoilers, really, isn't it, at this point?
How do you think she's a great actress?
I think she played it really well. Like, I think it was a good it was definitely well made. It was filmed like abroad, trying to look at England, wasn't it? It was one of those really weird ones. It was all a bit uncanny valley. I think the ending was a bit contrived. Like
the ending, I called immediately when they were at that place. I was like, "Oh, it's obvious where you're standing, boy. I know what you're gonna do. It's ultimate revenge."
I just think it's like, do we really need another drama that punishes younger women for going into daring to go into the teaching profession and still being quite attractive? Do you know what I mean? It's such.
She is very attractive still.
But like, it's such a tired old trope now, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Can we not just have a young female teacher who is accused of having extremely appropriate relationships with all of her male students? And like,
I like the comeback though. She gets her confidence and really fights back. It's really
but like this whole like, oh, horny teenage boys can't help it thing as well is a bit tired too. Like, I think we're a bit beyond that now, aren't we?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it. I just kind of felt like they really, obviously you can't magic away the accusation at the end. She knows she didn't do it. We know 100% she didn't do it. So it's a case of how did they set her up? But you find that out, and it still doesn't really make. There are a couple of gaps that you could drive a fucking train through.
Yeah.
In terms of plot, gonna be straight up with you, and I don't know the person behind it, why the partner didn't. I always Facebook people if I'm going in a relationship with people. I do a background search.
She was painted as quite naive, wasn't she? But like, she definitely like had her hands on the idiot ball at more than one point when she was clearly a lot cleverer than that.
He's my life partner. It's like, yeah, it doesn't mean that he's not a good dude. Interesting argument of this is from the mind of somebody that is that, to seeing how they think, how they see the world. They're trying to balance it out. It's still wrong, but still saying it's wrong, but like kind of seeing how they see it. Try not to just make it a bad person is a risky, ballsy move, and as an actor, that is a difficult role to do. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of Channel 4 ITV dramas on Netflix that are 4 episodes, and I'm just going to prowl through a lot of them this week because they're easy to do. There's no ITV Player is the worst, by the way. Always seems to get stuck on an ad break. I watched AEW on there. It never seems to start the bloody program properly.
It's the worst.
I try and watch a movie. I have to restart it numerous times to get past an ad break because it stops. It doesn't come back to the program. I try to watch various shows on there. It always just ad breaks and then doesn't come back, and you have to reload it again. Oh my god! ITV Player, you get so much money from advertising. How is BBC iPlayer better than you? Sort it, please. Unexcusable. But the teacher's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
I like Sheridan Smith because I remember the Paul McGann is a good doctor. So don't ever forget that. Listen to the audios, you bitches. They're fucking. They are canon. So she's one of the best companions of all time. Yeah, Paul McGann's one of the best doctors of all time. Don't give it a shit what anyone says, because people don't just look at the TV series. You look at the audios, man. That's where his doctor is. Oh, brilliant doctor.
The audio version of Doctor.
I watched Easy A.
Oh, you've seen Easy A now. You've seen it.
Yeah, that's with Emma Stone.
I love that movie. I love that movie. It was incredible.
Trying to get a reputation. It's such a clever film. It's very different from your usual rom-com. Although it does make the rom-com bit really bad at the end. It's just like, yeah, that doesn't work for me. You spent 5 minutes with this guy and you're dating him. No. But it is, Emma Stone is just effortless in it, and it's very funny, and she just deals with it. I really like the character.
It's not even big off that role as well. I love that movie, man. Easy A. It's a great movie.
What do you guys think?
A couple of sunshine.
What do you guys think of it?
Well, it's based on the Crucible, isn't it? Like it's about accusations of witchcraft and all that stuff. I think it says a lot about how we treat women, basically, as always.
But they make sure she's a strong woman though, and she's not like the 90s where it was all dumb women. It was like proper. She's still in control of it.
No, man.
But I think what it's saying is it doesn't matter how in control somebody is or how good they are or how strong they are, they'll still get shot on by society.
You're gonna get it. You either take it or you either own it or you crumble.
I mean, Emma Stone still on the list of if I was single.
Oh yeah.
Definitely would like to date that lady. Definitely seems very clever and intelligent lady. Very, very, very bubbly. Always comes across well in interviews in the media. Emma Stone. She always seems like a laugh. And I like Emma Stone. And not because she's hot in Spider-Man, like or anything, but like I like Emma Stone. She's just got the hotness, and she's also very funny, and she's always good in every film. She doesn't half-ass it. Like
she does something, but she goes all in.
She doesn't get enough respect for her great work in Birdman, Zombie Land, Zombie whatever the thing, Zombie World.
I think she gets a lot of people assume that she's a comedy actress, and I don't think they respect her enough as a dramatic one because she does do really good stuff.
Exactly, and she was really good in was it Cruella as well. That was good. She was good in that as well.
Cruella was
brilliant in that. It's just
so good in that. So good. So damn good.
It does a great job.
Go anywhere. It arranges everywhere.
Because it's an original story. It's not trying to copy a Disney movie. It's actually doing it for its own back, which I really respect because they're not trying to replicate the bloody movies, which is what every other film has done and which I hate Disney for right now. These live action remakes, you're just box ticking. At least with Wendy, you try to shake it up a little bit. You try to wake up the audience a bit with not a straight adaptation. When you do stuff like that, fine. But, I respect Cruella. It's like enchantment. You're having a go at something a bit different. That's going to have my attention. Well done. Emma Stone, if I ever get divorced, I will be giving you a call for your agency. Anyway, so...
hey, easy as well.
I think she's single. I'm only asking for a date, that's it.
Easy, hey. I'll pocket for the sunshine, Natasha Bedingfield.
Wouldn't want
to in my head
with Emma Stone. Anyway, so basically, Uncle from Another World, which is a Netflix show, anime. It's basically about a man who's a guy who lives on his own. His uncle comes back from another world. He's been in a coma for 17 years. He went to another world in his mind and has magic now. And we just regularly see. And he's a Sega fan, so obviously in 2000 he was around. Sega was still a thing. He's come back. Now he's wondering why Sega games are on PlayStations and Nintendo consoles and going, huh? But Sonic the Hedgehog hates Mario. But why is Sega everyone's bitch now? What? What happened? Why is Sega working for everybody else now? What's a Microsoft? What is an Xbox? Coming back, Steam, basically taking the piss. And they keep going back to the time of the fantasy. So obviously Helen might not know, but in anime there's a trope of a man, loads of gorgeous women around him. It's got a harem. It's really boring because none of them get with the guy. There's no bloody payoff. They all just stand there and go, oh, I love him. I love him. Nobody's going to step up and be the girlfriend. I hate harems. They are boring as tits. This show doesn't do that. I haven't finished it yet. There is a few times in the world where there's more one girl. There's the anime trope of, I'm really angry, I hate him, but I love him really. Type of boring ass shit I've seen a million times in anime. But it's got a good punchline. He generally doesn't understand women. There's one scene where he wants his hoodie back from her. And she's got nothing on. And he can't understand why she shoots fire in his face. It's very funny. It's what are you doing, you twat? Even the nephew next to him, when they're watching the video screen, it's you didn't think this through, did you? Have you ever heard of Stranger Danger? Mr. Rapey at one point. Mr. Rapey, what you doing? Oh, I wasn't. I was trying to get my hoodie back. Generally played as an idiot, but but there's a lot of characters that keep going back to the old days and mocking it, and he uses old Sega moves like Sonic Spin and Golden Axe Jumpy to defeat goblins. You know, the jumping, slashing Golden Axe. He basically uses Sega licensing to be really funny and just that's funny. And it keeps avoiding the harem thing.
Okay.
They haven't come into the real world yet, and I don't think they're going to put these fantasy characters in the real world because that will be so predictable. They've avoided it.
Okay.
So he's doing magic on YouTube to make money because he's figuring out what YouTube is. There's a great bit where they keep ordering things at Amazon. He flies off like Superman to go pick it up so that it avoids shipping fees. It is quite funny.
That's a good one. I like that. That's funny. Flying off to go get the Amazon packages. That's funny. That's true.
That is really funny, and there's a lot of good female characters. There is enough originality here to avoid the anime tropes that have me rolling my eyes, but they put it in a box. It's like description. It's like you've got something in a box that a lid keeps opening, and you can see a claw coming out, but it can't quite get out.
Yeah.
It keeps going back. The lock keeps going back on, and it's just like, right. You know, in Harry Potter, you see a chest with something in it, and it goes blah 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 blah, and it never quite opens. That's the chest keeping it from coming out and ruining everything. So it's a really good fun, and I think it would be really good. There's 13 episodes. Troy looks like he's into it. It plays the convention a little bit, and there's a dub. So Helen, you might want to go watch it.
Oh, I'll have a look at that. Yeah.
Because Netflix, what I really like about Netflix is they double their original stuff for people that
like me,
who can't or don't like subtitles, who can't if they find it hard. And I respect Netflix for that because that really is including. They've also dubbed a lot of their original Japanese stuff as well recently, like they do with their other language stuff. Not all of it, but I respect the fact that they are trying.
I respect that actually.
Netflix is doing okay so far.
Because that can be a big barrier for people that have trouble with subtitles, is that lack of an English dub. If you make it good and don't mock it, no Asian voices, please. Just do it in an American accent and just be careful, because I will fucking kick off on this podcast if I hear it.
That's fair.
I don't. There's no point for it. There's no reason for it. Oh, there is also One Piece trailer, Troy. How did you survive?
Oh my, don't get me started on
Netflix
that
trailer.
Don't even get me started on One Piece trailer. My gosh. Oh my god.
It doesn't look as bad. It doesn't look like Cowboy Bebop.
It doesn't look as bad, but at the same time,
I'm not a One Piece fan. I'm not a One Piece fan. My wife looked at it and was kind of like, she's not a One Piece fan, but she's seen it. She thinks it doesn't look very good. She thinks Comic-Con cosplayers look better in some of the outfits. I'm not a One Piece fan, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I literally just got into One Piece. I'm like 100 episodes in.
A lot of people seem very surprised by it, but I will remind people, Bebop had a very good trailer and it was absolutely pants. So careful there, lads.
Hey, this trailer was.
But I have seen better Comic-Con of these characters than what I'm seeing on this screen. Come on, Netflix. You have all the money in the world. Can you just not put that?
They can't do it. They just can't do it. As simple as that, man. They can't do it.
You look nice. Get a couple of cosplayers to do the costumes for you or something. Like, fans are so good on a much lesser budget. It's quite interesting how bad it looks. But anyway, that's me for the week. Tag in.
All right. So I've been watching Poker Face this week.
Okay, Poker Face.
That's like a really Batman villain. Ryan Johnson is with Natasha McElhone. And
is that James McAvoy's sister?
No, Natasha McElhone is.
It's not McAvoy. Sorry, I misheard you.
So she's the one from Russian Doll.
The one with orange hair. She's brilliant.
Yeah, so she's playing, obviously, a wisecracking private detective this time. So what happens is she works in a casino, Okay. But the reason that she works in the casino because she's not allowed to play poker because she knows when people are lying.
Cool.
And that's like her superpower. So she's a private detective who knows when people are lying.
So it's into a romantic relationship where she can tell if somebody's not lying.
Yeah. So she has to leave Las Vegas under circumstances that I'm not going to talk about because they're spoilers, but she has to leave Las Vegas very, very quickly. Oh. And she's kind of on a little road trip going all around America. And as she's going around America, she is solving little situations, shall we say, crimes that people they're asking her to. And she's finding herself in all these situations where she's having to kind of see what's going on and find out what's happening. So each episode starts with a death or a crime. And then then we work backwards to try and find out how she's involved, so how she's part of it, but also like how she's gonna see what's happening and kind of. So we don't know how she's involved at the beginning of every episode, but she will come into the episode at some point. But she always knows when people are lying, and is able to kind of predict and see like what's going on.
I like that. You don't know when she's going to turn up, but she will. And
yeah, she will. Yeah,
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's really good. We've had some really cool guest stars so far, like Benjamin Bratt's in it, Chloe Sevigny's in it.
Okay.
Lots of different actors tipping up and doing bits. I really like it. It's really good. It's really clever. I've not seen much like it out there, to be honest. It's very original. Like, she's not even officially like a private detective. She's just like finds herself in a situation. She's like, so it's almost like a God, what now? thing when she turns up somewhere. Like, oh God, what now? Like, what? Why can't people just behave themselves? Kind of thing. But the kind of thing is that the people that are chasing her, are like bad guys. So she can't use every time she uses a credit card, makes a phone call, or like appears on the internet. She's only got a few hours before they catch up with her.
Okay.
So you kind of like there's a kind of like a countdown in every episode about how they're going to find her this time, and then she has to kind of move on again.
Okay.
But she's so charismatic. Like, she's just brilliant, isn't she, Natasha McElhone? She's
good.
She's so good in it, and she's just it's really, really clever because there's always like a central lie in the thing, and it's about like her working out. Because some people like believe that they're telling the truth, or some people don't know what's happened, so they're not necessarily lying, but what they're saying isn't the truth. And it's like watching her try to figure out which one it is for each person. Is really good fun. But yeah, I would really recommend it. It's on Sky Atlantic, I think, so Now TV if you have it.
Okay.
It's really good fun. Yeah, I've not finished watching it yet, so I'm not up to the last episode, but I've seen enough of them to know.
So Now TV.
No, Now TV.
Oh, okay. I might get that for that then.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth it. I would seriously recommend it. They're a very good combination.
Interesting. Some decent ratings as well. Some people like it, so.
Oh yeah, it's really the critical reception's been really good.
Poker Face. I kept seeing that across my feed. I was looking across and I was like, I kept seeing Poker Face.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm about to check out one point, but now you're saying it, so. Yeah.
It's unusual for the critics to like something and for people to like something, but I know most people that I know have watched it really enjoyed it.
Yeah, both sides. Yeah, they love Poker Face. So all right. Plus, Helen's back in it from watching the show.
Oh yeah, Phil Helen back in. Definitely enjoy it. I think you guys would like it too. It's got like all the kind, like every episode of Columbo had little things that you could tick off and like little moments that you knew were coming. It's very much like that. Like it knows what it is. It knows its formula and it sticks to it.
All right, Poker Face on the list. It's made the list.
Made the list. That's your impression, Jack. You made the list. That's it. You're on the list.
It's made the list. You know what happens? You know what happens, huh? You know what happens?
That's why they got cheered for that eventually.
It's made the list.
You give wrestling fans a catchphrase, they're gonna start cheering the guy, even if he's a dick.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's wrestling fans. But yeah, Poker Face. I'm on that. I'm on it. Like
for sure. And that's my pick. That's there we go. Okay. I will give that to you.
All right. Okay, so that's what I've got today. I've been watching much. Finished off Black Sails. One of the best shows ever made. I love that show. Black Sails, man. Pirates, man. I literally didn't know this until I finished watching the show.
You're a man who loves his booty.
I love my booty. Oh yes, I do. I love my booty. So there's
I've seen your videos on YouTube with them. I've seen your
Ben. What's stalking me? Ben,
of course you like your booty.
Oh, he's stalking my video. Hey, he knows.
No, it's sexual, right? Okay.
But Black Sails, man. Pirate. Anyone's seen that show? Check it out. If you're a fan of Vikings or shows like that, just Game of Thrones, then you're gonna love Black Sails, because Black Sails is one of the best shows ever made. Someone told me to watch it a while back. I never got to watch it until recently. I just binged the whole of it. It's insane. It's incredible. It's apparently a prequel to an old book called Treasure Island. You know, you've got the Long John Silver, Blackbeard, them kind of famous characters. But it's like a drama version of it. It's incredible. Action scenes, so good. It's like literally 4 seasons. That's how much the show is right now. It's
4 seasons and a movie. Oh wait, that's
start to end. You know what I'm saying? Drama filled. I love it, man. It's all this stuff. It just makes sense. Nothing's no kind of like gaping loopholes in the show. Everyone's got like a motivation to do what they do in the show. Captain Flint, he's a very character in the show. Captain Flint, yo. You know, it's Toby Stevens, top English actor. He's head in the show. He's a Captain Flint, so he plays this famous head pirate of this ship, and a famous character gets introduced in the show who's like almost like a person. You think yourself, is this person even real? He's in here, he pretends to be a cook, and all of a sudden he's just talking to the rest of the sailors, taking them over one by one, just letting them in their ear, you know. And it's Long John Silver. But halfway through the show, you're like, Long John Silver? What the frick? It's Long John Silver from the old stories. And then afterwards, he starts to befriend Captain Flint, and then we got an introduction later on down the line of Blackbeard, Captain Teach. So you got Captain Jack Rackham. You got all these famous people from these pirate stories. And when you're young, when you're a kid, you hear about these pirate stories.
So it sounds like Pirates Avengers.
It's awesome. Any name you've heard in the piracy, you know. This show has it. And they just pop up from time to time. You're like, yo, I know that person. I heard that person. And it's like, yes, it's like, damn, it's like a whole universe with itself.
Sounds like the Harlem Globetrotters are pirates. Hey, we're gonna all come and kick your ass. The All-Star team. We're gonna take your ship and your booty.
It is so good. We've got some strong female characters in here as well. Very strong. Yeah, because Helen would love that. Helen would love the show.
Mm-hmm.
The show where they overcome in the plot, and they're literally behind the scenes, like controlling stuff, like puppet, like, you know, the puppet masters. You know what I'm saying? We've got one character in here called Max, who's like a French mixed race woman, and she's like literally controlling stuff in this brothel on this fictional island called Nassau in the Caribbean somewhere. And they basically got everyone can converge, whatever race, creed, wherever you are, you can just converge on this island, and pirates and everyone alike will be seen as equal in this place, and literally, and they try to catch this gold. So yeah, they try to get this gold. They call it the Urca, the Spanish gold they're trying to get. So yeah, man, it's a good show. Black Sails finished that off, man. If you haven't seen it, go check out Black Sails. As I said before, 4 seasons, man. Very, very quick to binge. You can just burn through this show, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I don't want to finish it just yet. I'm like, no. Well, watch it, man. So good. As I said before, okay. We got binge. Yes, my heart, yar. So that's what I'm saying. Black Sails, but yeah, you got that one, and I watched I did watch this, y'all, man. Man, calm down, man. Don't say anything. I'm going, okay, it's okay. So I've seen the first episode of Secret Invasion.
Okay, I'm just going to read a book. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to tell you the name of the book.
Look at now, just like, I'm going to read the book now.
Hold on. It's Match of the Day, top 10 of everything. You go ahead. I don't care. I'm off the superhero stuff.
Hey, you're going to be surprised at what I say, man. You're going to be surprised.
You know what Mark and Richard's top 10 FA Cup finals was? Liverpool versus West Ham in 2006.
Oh my
Go ahead.
Hey, give me the specific page and everything. Like, wow. But yeah, so Samuel Jackson, man, Nick Fury, the show is basically about him. So he's come down from his spaceship in the sky to kind of correct the wrongs that the Skrulls have been doing on Earth. So the Skrulls have been taking over different people, well, taking their faces and keeping captive the people they've taken over. Body Snatchers-esque storyline right now from the comics. So this is happening right now. Samuel Jackson is doing his usual Samuel Jackson self, you know what I'm saying? Being a top star, being amazing, you know, Samuel Jackson likes to do. So Nick Fury, he's kind of out of sorts at this point. He's like an older guy. He's limping. He's like perfect self. No, he's not like, you know what I'm saying, as he usually is. He's got his obviously right hand woman Maria Hill. She's still in the show. I won't say what happens later on down the line to her character. But you see Everett Ross. What is Everett Ross's name? What is his name again? Let me find him. Martin Freeman. You know Martin Freeman. Not Martin Freeman. So Martin Freeman, he's in this episode, kicking off the Secret Invasion arc. That's the storyline, and he's revealed to be a Skrull, to be an alien. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? He's an alien. What? Martin Freeman. We don't know how long he's been taken over by these alien entities, the Skrulls, and that kicks off the rest of the show so far. So stuff is happening. You've got Olivia Colman showing up in the show as well. So Olivia Colman, got top actors in this show so far. Olivia Colman, amazing.
Olivia Colman must be having the time of her life.
She's everywhere. Oh my god.
She's finally made it to a Marvel show. Sorry, I'm reading a book, Helen. This is my new joke. Whenever he talks about superheroes.
Yeah, because that's what he does all the time. This flipping guy, the disrespect. This guy.
I mean, at least you're telling him now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of just switching off.
I know, look at him. But yeah, Olivia Colman, she's really good in this episode. When I was watching her talk in the show, and I was like, who does this woman remind me of? Who's this character remind me of? She's talking, I'm like, reminds of Helen.
I have to watch
it. Sounds like a compliment, to be fair, though.
It's a compliment. I was watching that, I was like, the way she's reacting, the way she's responding, I'm like, yes, Helen. That's Helen right there. I'm watching this show. Samuel Jackson and Nick Fury's interacting with her, and she's got her own little two goons who's she's basically helping her out with little side missions and that.
Love it.
So she's apparently gonna work with Fury at some point. She kind of like her introduction to the show, to the MCU, Marvel Universe. So we kind of see her for a little bit, so we don't see her too much, but she's there now. We know that she's there in the show. She's set up. But then we have my girl, the Unburnt. What's her name? Real name? It is Amelia Clark. There we go. My girl, Amelia Clark. Amelia Clark. She's one of the main characters in the show as well. Game of Thrones herself. You know what I'm saying? Khaleesi herself. So she's she's in this show, and the way she's talking, I think she's a Skrull in the show. She's an alien, but she's obviously taking this human form as Amelia Clark. She's called Gaia in the show. So she's kind of like on the fence of helping these radical alien comrades, and she's kind of working on the side of Fury as well, almost at the same time. But she's kind of in the middle. And we have, speaking of, you brought up Potter, didn't you, Ben? You brought up Harry Potter, didn't you? Yeah. So we got a character from Potter, the Potter universe.
What a crossover!
You got crossover.
Okay, so Warner Brothers are going to open the door, right? Superman, Batman, they're going to let all that lot through as well, right? About time, man. Marvel versus Warner Brothers, it's the big one.
We got
them together.
Oh boy, Kingsley Benadir.
She's Wonder Woman. No, Scooby Doo. No, I don't even know. Bugs Bunny versus Mickey Mouse in a knife fight. Yes, please. Donald versus Daffy Duck.
Oh my god, yeah.
We've seen that in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but I want to see them fight with swords.
Oh my god! If I saw.
Okay, who's the actor? Sorry, I've cut you off completely.
Oh yeah, What was his name? So it's Kingsley Benadir. So he was only with Harry Potter for a little bit. Like, see, now and again you saw him like pop up. But he's like a small, really small, tiny character. I can't remember his
That's the
character
problem
was.
with the films. There's
But,
too much emphasis on certain
yeah, your characters just pop up from
There's
time to
certain
time.
characters from the first film of Harry Potter all the way to the end. I don't even think they get more than one word. Same actor.
They don't.
You get to the last film, they're there. There's that. I mean, I'm sure they're in the book. They might have a name in the book. They might have a couple of lines in the book, but in the film, they're just there. Like, fuck. And that's disgusting. Like, sorry.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, he's like this radical, terrorist-esque character in the show. He's like, he take all these different forms while trying to thwart Nick Fury's character, and he blows up a couple of places in Russia to kind of set the tone for the rest of this show that he's going to be a major threat in this show, and it's going to be hard to take him down. And yeah, I'm not gonna say too much. I was gonna say something else, but I'm like, nah.
I bet you he's gonna take a long time on the camera and get loads of words out. Everyone's just sitting there like, oh, he's getting TV time. Oh, he's gonna hold on to this. Yes. He doesn't get a lot.
He's gonna hold to it, man. It's gonna be on the show. It's good actor, man. So he is, bro. But yeah, man. He's amazing. He's in Peaky Blinders, The OA. You know what I'm saying? He's in a lot of some shows that I've seen. So, but yeah, man. Yeah. Secret Invasion. First episode out, you know what I'm saying?
That's the name of Troy's tape when he goes into the Stardom locker room one day. Secret Invasion, and then we get you arrested. There they are. Well, I don't think it's proper behaviour, but I know how excited you get about Stardom women, and you don't respect them for their awesome work rate and the hard work they put in. You're just
come on, I respect them. Come on, I respect.
You're putting women back 50 years, bro. Like.
Helen, do you know nothing wrong with this guy?
I've seen the videos.
I'm not
the most
even
important part of a woman is
responding.
I see it.
I'm not raised. I'm not rising.
And it's just like I haven't getting involved in this because I haven't getting involved in this. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Literally, that's what it is. But yeah. So we got Black Sails. I finished off. What else I finished off? I think Flash. We talked about that already. So Flash, no, definitely not. But yeah. Secret Invasion. It's a very slow burn. I'll say that it's a very, very slow.
That's the best way to do it, though. In the comics, if I remember correctly, it's not going to be the big characters.
No, not yet.
Never is. I think people got disappointed when it was like the butler of the Avengers. It's like, oh, he knows all the secrets. That's kind of cool. They must probably do that again because Martin Freeman's been around the Marvel universe in Wakanda and Captain America, S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that. So that's kind of a problem right there. He knows stuff about all the heroes.
Yeah, he knows.
But I want them to turn up in the show. That's the problem with this. This is going to be this should be a movie. This shouldn't be a TV show.
I know, yeah, you're right.
You're right. Involved in this. Yeah. They theft this already, I think.
You're right. That's what it should be. It should be a massive event.
There should be a movie.
Yeah, it should really be that.
Because this is such a big thing in the comics. This was like a big summer thing.
It was huge. It was one of the biggest ones Marvel's ever had.
Yeah, this is not a TV series. This should be a TV movie. Fuck Kang. Who gives a shit about Kang? This should be the movie. The next Avengers movie should be Who Can You Trust? Because it was amazing. All the Avengers not trusting each other because they might be green bogeymen from space.
No one knows who they were. It was insane.
Yeah. Where's all the superheroes? That's the problem with Marvel's MCU now. It's too much of it, and they're just popping stuff off and there's no stakes.
That's the problem with their stakes. The stakes. That's the problem.
There's no stakes. There hasn't been any stakes since Thanos. We need some stakes again. The problem is with it now, after Kang, where do you go from? Like, you've effed yourself now. This is the problem with superhero stuff on TV. You can't keep rebooting again and again and again because the actors are going to get more expensive. In the cartoons, you can do what you like. In the comics, because it's just a picture. You can do what you like with pictures. It's different.
Or you start to begin to build your franchise around one actor, and he absolutely spectacularly drops the ball.
Yes, you put all your.
That's what's been happening with Marvel lately. Yes,
and unfortunately, it looks like it's not going
Yeah, the basket that they put all their eggs in is allegedly very punchy of women.
Remember, he was the most inspirational actor of his generation. Shouldn't have said that. That was oh, Marvel, Disney can't do anything right at the moment, can they?
Yeah, they're in trouble right now. They're they got problems.
You know what? Somebody said, right, here's what you do. You Doctor Who it. You just can have different faces.
Yeah, let him have the face of the guy that was in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He could do it.
Oh, him, yeah. I watched
the High Evolutionary.
I watched it because I don't watch a lot of this stuff now. I've come off of it, but I did watch Guardians 3 because I am connected. I loved the first two movies before I got bored of it all.
It was a good movie.
Good movie. Good movie. I won't come back. I'll come back for Avengers. I'm not watching all the shit in between. Troy will fill me in on any plot details.
Hey, I haven't seen Guardians 3
yet.
Is it good?
Sorry. I just feel like...
Mate, it's really good, yeah.
It's good? Oh, okay, I'll check it out.
Well done to Guardians 3, though. There we go. Yeah. You won't see me again to the next Avengers movie. Have fun with that. Oh, Spider-Man. That's a good movie.
It's a proper superhero movie.
It doesn't need a load of films to watch. That's what I like now. Also, I watched the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Okay.
Oh, how was it? You like it?
Okay, so people that have reviewed this movie in the press obviously don't realise it just needs to be a film for Mario fans, and that's what it needs to be. And it's great. Done. Doesn't need to be a 5-star classic. It is the video game movie. We can finally send Bob Hoskins and that other movie off into the dark realms and
that movie's an anti-capitalist masterpiece.
That's a masterpiece. Isn't it, Helen? Tell him, Helen. That's a masterpiece.
Halfway through, she was astonished. She didn't even get
Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo. That was a masterpiece.
It's a superhero movie about the dangers of capitalism.
That's not talking about fucking Bob Hoskins. That's not talking about that awful movie. That's talking about this new movie.
Wow. It's a good movie.
And it makes Princess Mushroom, Peach.
Princess Peach with Samantha Mathis.
Oh, no.
Okay, but I love the fact that she is not a damsel. She sorts herself out. That's a good modern uptelling. Well done, Nintendo. Also,
they did that in the Bob Hoskins one as well. So
yeah, but nobody remembers the Bob Hoskins movie.
Just watch
come on, we all remember it. We all remember it, Ben.
No, we don't. I've forgotten about it. Anyway,
I watched it recently and it holds up, you know.
I'm just ashamed that there's not a dead head of Bob Hoskins and that other prick on it with like their heads like decapitated in Mortal Kombat on the side. Just like them toasted. I wanted to see a graveyard with Bob Hoskins' name on it with the next guy and everyone that was in the cast and crew for making that awful movie.
If you think that Chris Pratt is better than Bob Hoskins,
no way.
I would like to remove myself from any suggestion that might also be my opinion.
I'm not saying I'm not about the visual. I'm just about because it's animated. It doesn't matter. It's just that's Mario. And obviously, you've got the in-joke of the guy inside the thing, the wrecking crew go, yeah, woohoo! That's the original, that's the Mario voice guy. You wouldn't want that in a movie because it would get really annoying, him just going, wow, yahoo! They had to do something for Mario to talk. Not an easy decision to make. I wouldn't have preferred gone with Chris Pratt. It's a bit of a deep voice for Mario. They got everything else right. Or through... I am at the point where Anna Taylor-Joy is now a female David Tennant. Everywhere I turn, she's giving a great performance. She doesn't.
She's awesome. I love her.
She's a great actress. So shout outs to her. She seems to be stalking everything I watch at the moment. Like David Tennant, she's just everybody around. I love it. Well done.
Amazing.
She's a great actress, and I do like the fact that they've left a lot for the sequel. There is a bit where Luigi comes out and it's Luigi's Mansion. I get the torch. I was applauding that. And everything looks like a video game level. And I just like the Mario Kart. It's just literally a love letter to the fans. That's what it needed to be. And it's 5 stars because it is the most video game movie there's ever been on a franchise. It is the movie. It's like Tomb Raider. It was basically the rebooted Tomb Raider. It's exactly what it needed to be. That is the movie.
Like the Dungeons and Dragons movie, it's really fun too.
Again,
that was
respects the source material and it has a bit of fun with it, but it is done by fans. See, we can get these right.
Hey, you know what? I'm not even a bit. I was not a fan of Richard E. Grant. Initially, Grant, I was not a fan until I saw this latest Dungeons and Dragons. I was like, yo, I might be a fan of this guy now.
Yeah.
A lot of arrows to his bow. If you saw Paddington, he can play the dickhead.
I was a fan of the Dungeons and Dragons. I was like, okay, I misjudged this man for years.
Richard Jones is a great example of dickhead Grant. Right? I'm here for it.
Oh god, Dungeons and Dragons is awesome.
And let's not forget, he was a sexy doctor who died in Stephen Moffat's anniversary comically release special, and we never got to see Hugh Grant as Doctor Who. I will always be sad. I would love to see Joanna Lumley and the Doctor bump uglies together. That would be definitely a change in relationship. That'd be hilarious.
Wait, I called him Richard E. Grant. Oh my god.
You called him Richard E. Grant.
I meant Hugh Grant.
We just pretended it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, Hugh Grant. Sorry, Hugh Grant.
There you go.
Oh, and I was sat there going, Richard.
Yeah. We was like, wait a second, Richard E. Grant. Richard E. Grant.
Oh, Hugh Grant walks off. No, Hugh Grant's the useless one. No, that's Ron Atkinson. I can't keep up who's who in that one. But Richard E. Grant, Lick the Mirror Handsome. I've now described myself as that every time I've seen that. I'm Lick the Mirror Handsome.
I love Richard E. Grant. Richard E. Grant's the man.
What a dude. Although he is technically the ninth Doctor before Eccleston. If you're going to be a dick. Anyway, that's ending this podcast because we're going off in tangents and we got to finish it now. So, bye from me. Oh, no, hold on. We need to do all the stuff. Sorry, do the
pimping. Pin. Legend of All 101, reviews, reactions, pop star stuff, you know what I'm saying? We do all stuff over there, man. It's crazy. So, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. We out.
Send us a little message at squareicing@twitter.com or at gmail.com.
Are they still linking us to porn sites?
No, they stopped sending us up for German video game demos.
Good.
Not had one of them for a while.
Fucking send us a message. And that's it. Everything else is in the description. We have now done 3 hours of recording. Well, 2 hours of recording. I'm being nonchalant. An hour and a half. We've actually done quite well today. So it's goodbye from me.
Bye from me.
Bye from me too.
I want to see a Grant brothers. I want to see a Super Grant brothers.
Super Grant brothers. They're just
They're just being British about it though. There's a crossover for you. Richard E. Grant and Hugh Grant.
It's just an hour and a half of them going, no, after you, sir.
I watched that. Anyway, bye.